to Bloom Pilates. My name is Amy and I'll be your instructor today. I've got Hannah and Emma with us today, as well as our studio Pilates pup Penny. She decided she wanted to come into the studio with us today. Hannah is going to be doing all of the modified variations today, and Emma and myself, we're going to be doing the more intermediate versions. So if you're a beginner or new to Pilates, follow along with Hannah. We're going to be doing a classical inspired Pilates class today in celebration of March Madness. March Madness is a celebration in the Pilates community all about celebrating Joseph Pilates controlology, or as we know it today, Pilates. We're going to try and go through his variation of how he sought out to do the Pilates exercises in their original flow. I have added a few variations here and there, but I thought it would be a nice celebration for March Madness. So we're going to come to the edge of our mats. We're going to just relax those knees, relax the arms. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale, chin to chest, rolling down through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. We inhale, hold, and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back up to standing. Inhale and exhale, chin to chest, rolling down through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, hold, and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back up to standing. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, rolling down through the spine. Inhale, hold. We're going to exhale, start to walk our hands out into downward facing dog. We're going to start to pedal through the feet, just warming up the backs of the legs, warming up the shoulders, warming up the upper to mid back. From there, we're going to roll forward, coming down onto our hands and knees, coming into cat stretch. We exhale, round through the spine, and inhale, arch. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale. One last time, exhale, round. Inhale. And from there, we're going to open those knees nice and wide, press back into rest position or child's pose. Just allowing a little bit of a stretch through the upper body. If you want to, just little sways side to side, getting a bit of movement through those hips, through the back. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly come up to a seated position. We're going to come to the edge of our mat. We're going to grab hold of the backs of our legs, and we're going to exhale, slow and controlled, roll down lower back, mid back, upper back. And we're going to walk those legs back, so making sure we've got a fist space between our knees, between our ankles. And we want to try and make sure that we're in that neutral pelvis. So you've got that blueberry-sized gap underneath your lower back and the mat. So following Hannah, we're going to keep the feet down on the floor. Following myself and Em, we're going to lift those legs up to tabletop, scooping the belly button down towards the spine. Everybody reach those arms up and back. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting your head and chest, pressing your breastbone down. We're going to start to pulse the arms up and down. We inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the advanced version, stretch those legs. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Hug those knees in. Little rocks. side to side, so straight into that 100. Just remember, don't hate me. This is Joseph Pilates, not me. This is his variation. All right, so we're going to stretch those legs out. If you're doing modified version, you're keeping your knees slightly bent. And if you're doing the full variation, we're going to stretch the legs all the way out, coming into our roll up. So we're going to reach those arms up and back. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale, lifting your head and chest. If you're doing modified version, you can grab hold of those thighs. And we're going to reach up and over that imaginary barrel, really scooping the belly button in towards the spine, coming all the way back to a seated position. Inhale and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling down lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way up and coming back to that seated position. Inhale, exhale, rolling down lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale and exhale, chin to chest, bracing those abdominal muscles, reaching up and over, coming back to that seated position. Inhale and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back down. We're going to circle those arms all the way down and bring them next to us. We're going to walk those legs in. So we're going to come into our roll over. So just make sure, everybody, that you have space behind you, at least an arm space behind you, so you're not kicking anything. And then at home, just make sure you're not going to kick anything either. So modified version, we're going to lift those legs up to tabletop, imprinting your lower back into the mat, so squishing that blueberry-sized gap. You're going to inhale, stretch your legs out. Exhale, lift them up. And you're going to just hold it there, circle your legs round, down, and back to tabletop. Full version, we're going to inhale, extend, and we're going to exhale, lift. So if you want to follow M, she's going to bring her hands just underneath her back to come into more of a modified version for this one. You're going to open your legs, slow and controlled, and then you can lift your head if you want to come down. Full version, if you're following me, we're going to try and keep the head down. We're going to try and keep those hands pressed into the floor. So beginner version following Hannah, intermediate version following M, and then advanced version following me. But we're all going to start in the same position, bringing those legs to tabletop, pressing your lower back down into the mat. We're going to inhale, extend those legs to 45. Exhale, whichever version you're doing, hold it there, rolling over, flexing your toes. We're going to inhale, open those legs, mat width apart. Exhale, slow and controlled, rolling down, circling those legs, and coming back to tabletop. And we go again. We inhale, extend, exhale, lift, inhale, and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back down. One last time, inhale, extend, exhale, lift, inhale, flex, exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back down, and just hugging those knees in towards your chest, little rocks, side to side. From there, we're going to come into our leg circles. So beginner version, we're going to bend your right leg, extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Intermediate version, you're going to stretch that right leg away, flex your feet up to the ceiling, keep your head and chest down. Advanced version, we're going to lift your head and chest, bracing those abdominal muscles. And from there, we come into our single leg circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep those hips nice and still. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just hugging that knee in towards your chest. And and we repeat over to the other side. So again, beginner version, bending that left leg. Intermediate version, extending that left leg, flexing your toes up to the ceiling. Right leg is going to come straight up to the ceiling and try and stretch and lengthen the back of your leg as much as possible. Advanced version, we're going to lift the head and chest, scooping the belly button in, and from there we come into single leg circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw that knee in towards your chest and then stretching those legs out. Beginner version, bending those knees in to come into your roll up. We're going to take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale, chin to chest, rolling all the way up, reaching up and over that imaginary barrel. And then just coming up to a seated position. Feeling okay? Hopefully everybody at home is feeling good as well. We're going to come into a nice seated position, so making sure that your feet are in line with your knees, knees are in line with your hips. We're going to roll the shoulder blades down and back. So beginner version, just hugging your backs of your thighs, rolling those shoulder blades down, and then following Em and I, we're going to roll the shoulders down, keeping those arms nice and lifted. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and exhale, roll back just onto your sit bones, holding it there. Advanced version, lift those arms up above your head, and then exhale, diving forward, coming all the way back to that seated position. So we inhale, tuck the tailbone under, scooping the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, hold, and exhale, rounding through the spine. One last time, inhale, exhale, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, hold, and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back up. We're going to roll down onto our lower back. So we inhale to prepare. Exhale, everybody roll down onto your lower back, interlacing your hands behind your head. Modified version, bend the right leg in, lift the left leg up to tabletop. Full version, we're going to lift both legs up to tabletop. From there, we're going to inhale, extend the leg, and exhale, bring it in. If you're doing modified version, switch legs. We inhale, extend, exhale, in. Inhale, extend, exhale, in. We have 10 and in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're doing beginner version, bring your feet down onto the mat. If you're following Em and I, we're going to lift those legs into tabletop. Just relax your head and chest all the way down onto the mat. So we're going to come into our double leg stretch. We inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale, lift your head and chest. So if you're doing the beginner version, just the arms for me. We're going to inhale, stretch the arms and legs. Exhale, circle round, lifting a little higher. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, circling round. Inhale, exhale, round. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, grabbing behind your thighs. Start to rock yourself all the way back to a seated position. Hopefully you're starting to feel those abs activating and warming up. From there, we're going to come right forward onto the edge of our mat. So you want to make sure that if you have any lower back injuries, that you are really rolling onto the back of your back and not pressing down into the spine. So if you do have a small Pilates ball, we're not using any Pilates balls in the studio, but if you do have a small Pilates ball, I'd recommend sort of doing these rolling like a balls on a ball. Beginner version, we're going to press those feet together, grab your knees, and then press your toes onto the floor. chin to chest. We're tucking the tailbone under and we're lifting the elbows. So beginner version, you're going to roll back onto your lower back. Exhale, come up, tap your toes. Full version, we're going to grab hold, Em and I, of our ankles, or just press our fingertips into our ankles. From there, we're going to roll just onto lower back, and then exhale, lift. Try and keep those feet lifted off of the mat. So very important with rolling like a ball, keeping your chin to your chest. And we inhale, rock back just onto your lower back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale. So you're going to use that breath, the activation of those abs to lift. We've got 2 more. Beautiful, everybody. And last one. And then just opening into butterfly stretch, bringing your nose down towards your toes. Everybody feeling okay after that? Yeah. Good. Hopefully at home you're feeling good as well. Right, so we're going to come into our spine stretch forward. So we're going to open our legs nice and wide. If you need to do the modified version, just relaxing your knees slightly. If you are able to, really stretching the backs of your legs, flexing your toes up to the ceiling. So we're going to reach those arms forward, roll your shoulder blades down and back. We're going to inhale, tuck the tailbone under, scooping the belly button in towards the spine. And we're going to exhale, dive forward, keeping those hip bones drawing back. So unlike yoga, you're not kind of coming all the way down into a stretch. You want to maintain that C curve in your spine. We're hollowing out the stomach as much as possible. And then exhale, coming all the way back to that seated position. Inhale, tucking your tailbone under. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slow and controlled, coming all the way back to that seated position. One last time. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slow and controlled, coming all the way back to that seated position. We're going to walk those feet in. Press your inner thighs together, flex your feet up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale, interlace your hands behind your head, opening your elbows out to the side, coming into our spine twist. So we're going to inhale, twist towards the window, and exhale, engaging those abs, coming back to center. Inhale, twist towards me, and exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist towards the window, keeping those backs nice and straight. Exhale, back towards center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to center. One last set. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to center. Beautiful. From there, we're going to reach those arms forward. Come a little bit further forward onto your mat again, just bending those knees. Rolling down vertebra by vertebra. And we're going to come into our teaser. So we're going to reach those arms up and back, just like those roll-ups. So we're actually going to start with a progression today. Everybody's going to bring those legs up to tabletop. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting your head and chest. Everybody grab hold of your thighs. Slowly use your arms to lift yourself up. We're going to tap our toes down for now and then stretch and lengthen through the spine. So coming into a V position with the body. And then we're going to exhale, slow and controlled, rolling down. Start to lift those legs back to tabletop. Reach those arms back. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, so if you're doing the beginner version, continue with this variation. If you want to follow Em and I, we're going to keep those legs lifted now. Inhale and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back down. If you want to continue that intermediate version, keep following Em. If you're following me, we're going to start to extend those legs out. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale, slow and controlled, whichever version you're doing, making sure to press your lower back, mid back, upper back into the mat. We have 2 more. Inhale, really using that breath. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Last one for me. Inhale and exhale, lift, whichever version you're doing, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again just releasing into butterfly, bringing your nose down towards your toes. And when you're ready, we're going to come over onto our stomachs to come into our extension work. So at home, it's obviously a little bit difficult to know whether you are in the correct position for your extension work. So a really good tip is if you're engaging your abdominal muscles and thinking of lengthening your tailbone away, you should have a finger or two's gap underneath your hip bones. So if you kind of let your pelvis go, you'll lose that gap. So that's a really good indication as to whether you're in the correct position for your extension work. So we're going to come into our single leg kick. Very similar to our Sphinx pose in yoga. You're going to bring your arms in front of you, roll those shoulder blades down and back, and then brace those abdominal muscles. Now this will be different for everybody. You're going to have a different extension in your spine. If you do battle with your lower back, you can always walk your hands forward a little bit, but just see how you feel. So we're going to squeeze those inner thighs together, lengthening our knees away, almost thinking of the knees lifting off of the mat. We're going to inhale, take the left leg, kick your heel to your glute, 1, 2, and exhale, release. Inhale, 1, 2, exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, exhale. Penny's giving me the side eye, and release. So just see this little eye staring at me, release. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. And relax all the way down. So what I'd like everybody to do, bring your ear down towards the mat and just make sure you're looking at me for this first exercise. We're going to interlace our hands behind our backs. And then just make sure that your elbows aren't dropping down onto the floor, that they are staying lifted. We're going to squeeze those inner thighs together again, lengthening those legs away to the point that you're almost thinking of lifting those knees off of the mat. If they do lift, that's great. From there, we're going to inhale, flex the feet, kick your heels to your glutes, 1, 2, 3, and then exhale, lengthen away. Switching side, your head turns over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, exhale, lift. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. 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 Last one, 1, 2, 3, exhale. And then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, relaxing your legs, lifting up into upward facing dog. Just looking over your left shoulder and back to center, looking over your right shoulder, back to center, and then just pushing back into rest position. Taking a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up onto our side. So modified version, you're going to lie all the way down for me, making sure that you do still have a blueberry-sized gap just underneath your bottom oblique and the mat. Full version, we're going to come up onto our forearms. I don't really mind if your hands are in a fist or if you want to press your palms down. Just see what feels most comfortable for you. But try and get your elbow in line with your shoulder and really try and lift up out of this bottom side. We're going to think about that capital Y position within the torso. Modified version, fingertips down on the mat. Full version, hands behind your head, elbows nice and lifted. We're going to extend that top leg out, flexing your foot, and we exhale, flex forward without moving your torso. Inhale, point back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. 5, 6, try and keep that leg at hip height if you can. 7, 8, 9, lifting up out of that shoulder, and 10. We're going to take that top leg, cross it over the bottom leg, so just into a nice cross. So your modified version for this exercise is to stay on your forearms. So you're just going to lift and come into a nice reach and release. So you're not lifting that bottom hip, you're just coming into a nice side reach and release. Okay with that hand? And then Em and I, we're going to come up onto our knees and release down. Okay with that, Em? And everybody at home choosing your variation. So we're going to exhale, reach into a beautiful side bend, and releasing down. Exhale, 2, reach and release. Last one, exhale, 3, reach and release. So if you're doing the beginner version, you're now going to try to lift that bottom hip. So your version, we're going to lift and lower. You can always do that if you find your elbow, because sometimes I find my elbow gets a bit sore doing that. You can also do it onto your hand, so just choose whichever version you want to do. If you're doing the full version, we're going to try and lift all the way up into a full side plank and then come all the way back down. So we exhale, lift, side reach and down. Exhale, 2 and down. This last one, we're going to hold it up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Before we come over to the other side, we're going to come into what we call our neck pull. So we're going to stretch and lengthen our legs away. We're going to scoop our belly buttons towards the spine, and we're going to interlace our hands behind our head. So very similar to your roll-up. This is the progression from your roll-up. So we're going to inhale, hinge back with a straight back. If you need to bend those legs, bend your legs. When you can't go anymore, start to roll down through the spine, lower back, mid back, upper back. Beginner version, you're going to bend your legs and continue that normal roll up we did earlier. Full variation, we're going to try and keep our hands behind our head as we roll up. So we inhale to prepare. Exhale, this is the hard part, rolling up without using your arms and coming all the way back to that seated position. And we repeat, we inhale, hinge back with a straight back. When you can't go anymore, rounding through the spine, lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale, really using your breath. I know it sounds silly, but the more you use your breath, the easier the exercise. Last one, we inhale, hinge back. Exhale, rolling down, lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale and exhale. Coming all the way back to that seated position. We're now going to switch over to our side lying series. So again, modified version, lying all the way down for me, still making sure you've got that blueberry sized gap. Full variation, we're coming up onto our forearms. Modified version, fingertips on the mat. Full version, hands behind your head. We're going to extend that leg out, flexing your foot, keeping that leg at hip height. We're going to exhale, flex forward. Inhale, pointing back. exhale, flex, inhale. 3, lifting up out of that bottom side, 4, 5, beautiful everybody, 6, we're nearly there, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to take that top leg, bring it up and over. So if you're doing the beginner version, you're going to come onto your forearm. You're going to reach up and over. If you're doing the full version, we're going to exhale, lift up onto our knees, and then come all the way down. And we exhale, reach and lower. 2 and lower. Last 1 and lower. So beginner version, you're going to try and lift your hip up now. Full version, we're going to try and lift up into that full side plank. So we inhale to prepare, exhale, reach, and we're really coming into a beautiful side bend. So you want to create almost like a rainbow shape with your body. And then we're going to exhale, tap those knees down. And we exhale, lift, hold, and down. This last one, we're going to hold it up there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And then just to release any tension through our backs, we're going to come over onto our back again. And we're just going to come into our normal pelvic lift to end off. So this isn't even the full version of Joseph Pilates flow. This is just a condensed variation. So we're going to inhale, tilt the pelvis towards you. Exhale, engaging your glutes and hamstrings, peeling your spine vertebra by vertebra. Make sure to keep those knees nice and parallel. And you've got about a fist space between your knees and your ankles. And then you're going to exhale, slow and controlled, upper back, mid back, lower back. We're going to add the arms to that. So we inhale, tuck the tailbone under. As you exhale, lift, we're going to reach those arms all the way up and back. Inhale, hold, keep those arms there. Exhale, slow and controlled, rolling down, upper back, mid back, lower back, enjoying that stretch through the spine. Bring those arms all the way down. Inhale, tilt, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, keep those knees nice and parallel. And exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Bring those arms down. We've got one more of those. We inhale, tilt, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Keep those arms there. Either modified version, keeping your knees bent. Full version, we stretch those legs. One last roll up for today. We exhale, roll all the way up. This time we're going to come into a full forward fold. Allow your nose to drop down towards your knees. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, exhaling, rolling all the way back to a seated position. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees, coming into our cat stretch as we started. So coming back into that little series we started off with, just taking your time to really think about how your body feels after the session. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale, round. And inhale, release. Flexing your feet, we push back into downward facing dog. Start to pedal through your feet. Hopefully feeling a little bit of a difference in the backs of those legs now. And we're going to walk your feet forward. When you can't go anymore, walk your hands back, relaxing your knees, slow and controlled, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Pressing those palms together, little upper back bend, and exhale, release. And we are finished. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today for this classical Pilates class. We really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you in the next one. Bye.